After I fractured my calf, I called Lu Xiuyuan immediately. He replied after a long time. Busy. The nurse saw me struggling to climb up and down to go through the formalities and was confused. Don't you have any family members? I was just about to say that my boyfriend was busy with work when I saw his little childhood sweetheart posted on Weibo. Thank you, Brother Yuan, for helping me organize the grand birthday gift. It's just fun to be with friends. Guess who didn't get the invite? In the picture, our mutual friends gathered in the auditorium, Lin Xiruan holding Lu Xiuyuan's arm and smiling the most beautiful smile. Lu Xiuyuan did not refuse, but looked down at her lovingly. I didn't cry or fuss. After Lu Xiuyuan returned home, he gently invited him to watch a movie. Then stop him when he wants to explain. I know, but the plan's here. It took him a long time to realize that we had broken up. 1. In order to rush back to celebrate Lu Xiuyuan and I's 5th anniversary, I fell down the stairs in desperation. The first reaction was to ask Lu Xiuyuan to pick me up. But no one answered the phone. After a long time, he only replied to me, he's busy. I never interrupt his work. So I climbed up and down alone to go through the procedures and put on the plaster. Until I saw Lin Xiruan's circle of friends, the crutch in my hand fell to the ground with a pop. Looking at the photo of Lin Xiruan and Lu Xiuyuan smiling together at the camera, I was silent for a moment. Commented below. Wish you a long time. While packing things at home, Lu Xiuyuan came back. Why are you so weird in Ruan's comment section? I said, I just helped her celebrate her birthday. Now everyone is unhappy because of you. Are you satisfied? I turned around. Really? I'm sorry. I'll delete it right away. He was stunned for a moment. At this time in the past, I would definitely take out the photo of Lin Xiruan holding his arm and sticking it together to question him whether it was really his birthday or if he had other agendas. He was used to dealing with situations like that. Seeing that I didn't speak, he stepped forward impatiently and pulled me. Isn't it because I didn't invite you? But would you really be happy if you went? It's a good day for others, but you. He paused. Because he pulled me just now and I stumbled and fell on the sofa. Only then did he see my leg in a cast. Yan Yan? He hurriedly raised his hand to help me. I had already taken the crutches and shook my head. No, thank you. After saying that, he put the debris that he had accidentally scattered back into the box. He wanted to help, but I raised my hand to block him. I can just do it myself. For several minutes, I didn't look back at him. In the past, I would never have the heart to leave him alone. Even though he always ignored me. Shiryan. He spoke, somewhat displeased. What's wrong? I said as I put my clothes together. Is there something you can't tell me? I fine. Som Shuyan. Lu Xiuyuan rarely felt depressed, so he gritted his teeth tightly at this moment. I smiled. Oh, you said it's a birthday party. It doesn't matter. I was indeed unhappy in the past, so it's reasonable for you not to tell me. He froze. I lowered my head and rummaged through the box. He grabbed my hand and said in a somewhat impatient tone, If you want to argue, just say it. Don't do this. Why are you arguing? I smiled and took out 2 movie tickets from the box. I'm just looking for the 2 movie tickets I just received. I said before that we two should watch it together. Shall we go now? He paused, and after a moment of shock, his frowning eyebrows relaxed a little. You are really not angry? I shook my head. I was the one who made trouble unreasonably in the past. Don't bring it up again. Let's watch a movie, okay? He paused, and when he looked at me, guilt seemed to flash through his eyes, and he raised his hand to support me. Good. No, I have a cane. Where can I use crutches? As he said that, he picked me up and walked out. Don't run around these 2 days. I'll hold you wherever you go. I was slightly dissatisfied. It's not like I can't leave at all. No, you can't. He smiled and hugged me tighter, and I lightly punched his heart in frustration. As usual. 2. In the cinema, Lu Xiuyuan's cell phone vibrated many times. I turned to look at him. On the phone screen that lights up, the background of the incoming call is Lin Xiruan's sweet selfie. I mark. Ruan. He lowered his head and pressed down the phone. His knuckled hand gently covered the back of my hand and squeezed it gently, signaling me not to worry. I smiled softly and turned around to continue watching the movie. But the phone vibrated again. Lu Xiuyuan subconsciously put his finger on the reject button. But then a message also came in. Brother Yuan, I will really die if you don't come. I'm so scared. This is a common method used by Lin Xiruan. She has depression. He always likes to hurt himself when he gets sick, and only Lu Xiuyuan can persuade him. At first, I did ask Lu Xiuyuan to go over and help her. But later it was discovered that Lin Xiruan did not dare to hurt himself at all. So Lu Xiuyuan was not allowed to go over and help. That time, he pushed me directly onto the sofa and said angrily, She is a patient. Why would you, a normal person, argue with a patient? After that, he left me alone at home. I sat alone in front of the birthday cake until dawn. Sure enough, Lu Xiuyuan's hand on the reject button paused. Look up and look at me. Yan Yan, it's okay. I interrupted him, smiled gently, took the phone over, clicked on it, and handed it to him. Go and come back quickly. He took a deep look at me, squeezed my hand, stood up, walked out, and answered the phone. 3. The 2-hour movie ended and Lu Xiuyuan did not come back. I had difficulty moving, but the young lady on the side saw me and helped me out. Standing on the street, I didn't see Lu Xiuyuan's shadow. Even his car drove away. The winter night wind was a bit cold, so I leaned against the street lamp and wrapped my coat tightly. The phone vibrated. It was Lin Siruan who posted on Weibo again. In the photo, her fair and slender calf is being gently held by one hand with clear joints, while the other hand is very carefully holding a cotton swab to smear the broken skin on her ankle. Caption: Whoa, Brother Yuan was so nervous just after scratching his skin. He didn't even watch a movie just to give me medicine. Who else besides Brother Yuan treats me like a child? In the past, I would have probably taken a taxi and asked Lu Xiuyuan why he left me, a broken man, in a movie theater just to break Xiao Qingmei's skin. But now, I just click like it. Unfollowed her. 4. Just when I opened the taxi app, Lu Xiuyuan's car stopped in front of me. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later, that's all we know. Lu Xiuyuan got out of the car and tried to help me. I take a step back. The movie is over. He was stunned for a moment. Oh, then let's go to the next one. I've already taken care of the matter. I smiled and shook my head. No, it's over. It's over. He raised his eyelids and glanced at me. After reacting, he nodded again. That's right. It's a bit late now. You can watch it later. I'll take you home. I shook my phone. No, I've got a taxi. I'm already here. Cancel it. I shook my head and smiled softly. Do you know why I want to watch a movie with you today? Why? Because I promised you to watch a movie with you on the 5th anniversary. Lu Xiuyuan was stunned for a moment and frowned as if he thought of something. I'm just scared that something is really wrong with her, that she has depression. I know, I don't blame you. I interrupted him and smiled softly. Actually, I've thought about it in the past 2 days, and we're both right. It's just inappropriate. Lu Xiuyuan paused with his extended hand, and then spoke again, his voice trembling. What did you say? 5. Xiuyuan, I know that in your opinion, Qingmei is sick and needs you, which is what you should have done in the past. I also know that there's nothing between you, but I can't accept it. My tone was very calm. I thought about changing you and convincing me, but we haven't changed in 5 years, so let's separate Xiuyuan. What did you say? Lu Xiuyuan stretched out his hand, and I took a step back. The car is coming. I'll wait for it first. Yan. He hurriedly grabbed me, and there was a flash of choking in his voice. Stop making trouble, Yan. She and I really have nothing to do. Well, I know. I just can't accept this kind of living situation. He took a shaky breath. Don't you love me anymore? This time it was my turn to pause. After thinking for a while, he sighed. How could you not love me? It's been 5 years. I just thought that if we really got married, I don't know how many times we would have to fight over Lin Siruan. Even if we make up after the quarrel, but that's not the life I want to live. I gently pushed his hand off my arm. So, let's stop here before we become hateful. At least when I think of each other in the future, it will still be beautiful. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later, that's all we know. Don't make such a joke, Yan. I have prepared a 5th anniversary surprise for you, right at home. No kidding. I looked at him. I'm not going back home. I'm staying at my friend's house. Didn't you notice that I was packing my things when you came back today? Now, the moving company should have helped me transport them to my friend's place. I will be moving to a new home soon. Don't you congratulate me? There seemed to be tears in his eyes, and his lips curled up slightly. Congratulations for what? Congratulations on breaking up on my 5th anniversary? Don't say that. It may not be a good thing. All right. I took out a jingle cat pendant from my pocket and handed it over. The theater gave you a souvenir, one for you. He held the pendant in my hand together, and his eyes turned even redder under the pale street light. I was wrong. I will change. I was a little surprised. This is the first time you admit your mistake. No matter how many times I quarreled over him and Lin Siruan in the past, he would just look at me coldly and say calmly, in your eyes, is it such a shame for me to help a patient? If she and I really had that kind of relationship, do you think anything would happen to you? Every time, I bowed my head first and surrendered. But now, he held my hand tightly. I will change it, I promise. I sighed. If it really could have changed, we wouldn't be where we are today at all. I have tried countless times over the past 5 years. The taxi came around the corner, its headlights illuminating me and him. I'd backed away. I should go. He quickly grabbed me. Don't you believe me? I can prove. No, I believe it. I answered honestly. It's just that I can't afford for us to go back to the way we were before, or even worse, after you break your promise. Let's stop here. If we continue, we will only hate each other. I took my hand out of his palm little by little, leaving only a jingle cat in his palm. I've done what I promised you. I stood in front of the taxi, looked back at him, smiled and waved. Thank you for your 5 years of companionship. 6. I thought Lu Xiuyuan would have something to say to me later, but he unexpectedly didn't contact me for a whole week. I breathed a sigh of relief. It seems that worrying about him being sad before was unnecessary. Until a friend's gathering, I met Lu Xiuyuan, whom I hadn't seen for a long time. The person sitting next to him was Lin Siruan. I looked at my best friend Qin Yao. Why didn't you say he was coming? Qin Yao was also stunned. I don't know why he is here. Oops, sister is here too. Lin Siruan was the first to see me and ran over holding a wine glass and skirt. I haven't seen my sister for a while. I thought she was angry with me. Come on, sister, give you a drink. Just as the wine glass was about to touch my glass, a hand with sharp bones touched the rim of my glass first. Looking up, Lu Xiuyuan was looking down at me with a cold voice. She doesn't know how to drink. Don't force her to drink. Qin Yao was angry. What do you mean we force her? It's obviously. I understand, Mr. Lu. I grabbed Qin Yao, who was about to quarrel, and nodded slightly to him. Lu Xiuyuan frowned slightly. Brother Yuan, my ability to drink is not that bad. You are spreading rumors. Humph. Lin Siruan pouted. Lu Xiuyuan smiled and rubbed her hair, as usual. Well, you're the best drinker. Lin Siruan's face looked better now. The moment the two people turned around, Lu Xiuyuan seemed to turn his head inadvertently. Just met my eyes. Then he held Lin Siruan's hand tightly, just like it did to me in the past. 7. Oh, isn't this the golden boy we have been waiting for a long time? Why, Brother Yuan is finally willing to bring Wan out today. Lu Xiuyuan's brother showed a surprised look. Lin Siruan's face turned red. Oh, what nonsense are you talking about? Several other brothers echoed. Oh, who doesn't know that you two are childhood sweethearts? They don't know why Brother Yuan always likes to bring the other one out and hide you like something. Brother Yuan, is he enlightened? That tigress at home doesn't care about you anymore? Lu Xiuyuan tightened his fingers on the wine glass. He glanced in my direction and curled his lips. No way. I brought her out if I wanted to. We are a family to begin with. Lin Siruan's face turned redder and she hit him on the heart. Hate! Lu Xiuyuan answered with a smile and glanced at me casually. The other brothers also looked at me belatedly. Someone whispered, why is she here too? It's okay. She loves Brother Yuan so much that the most she can do is make a fuss. I raised my glass to Lu Xiuyuan. Then I wish you two a happy family soon. After finishing speaking, he drank the wine in the glass and turned around to leave with Qin Yao. At that moment, Lu Xiuyuan's face became terrifyingly dark. 8. Since there were unexpected people present, Qin Yao and I simply stayed for a while and then planned to leave. After leaving the bathroom and passing by a box, I suddenly heard a familiar voice. Don't do that to her again. This is the last time. Immediately afterwards, the voice of Lu Xiuyuan's brother whom I had just heard sounded. Why, Brother Yuan? Didn't you hate being controlled by her the most before? We are also helping you vent your anger this time. Need not. Brother Yuan, you don't like her taking care of you, do you? There was a moment of silence in the room. Lu Xiuyuan's brother was a little excited. But Brother Yuan, she is probably threatening you when she breaks up with you. You can't be fooled now. Maybe she won't be able to hold on after a while. Besides, it's not impossible for you and Wan to— Stop talking! Lu Xiuyuan suddenly interrupted him rudely. The other party's tone became more cautious. Brother Yuan, actually Wan treats you. I said stop talking. Lu Xiuyuan's voice became louder. I didn't listen anymore and turned around to wait for Qin Yao downstairs. He stood on the street and waited for a while, but instead of Qin Yao, he waited for Lu Xiuyuan. 9. Hearing the footsteps behind me, I turned my head. Yao Yao. Seeing Lu Xiuyuan, I was stunned. Xiuyuan. The next second, I was held tightly in his arms, and his voice came from above. I'm sorry. I just lied to you. I shouldn't have listened to their bad ideas and not contacted you for 5 days. I was actually going crazy. I gently pushed the person away. Actually, you really don't want to contact me, so I feel more relieved. Yan. He seemed not to want to be separated from me. Is it true that we can't go back to the past? I smiled softly. I am a person with low self-esteem, cowardice, and love-mindedness, but there is also an advantage. That's what you have decided to do, and you will never look back. After saying this last sentence, Lu Xiuyuan's eyes seemed to darken. Qin Yao's voice came. Yan, Lu Xiuyuan, what are you? Are you here? I'm waiting for you. I pushed Lu Xiuyuan, and the ends of his eyes turned red, and his eyes did not leave me for a moment. Yan. I waved to him. Then stop here and take care. The car drove far away that day, and I looked back. He seemed to be still standing there. 10. Lu Xiuyuan started to contact me. There is no sadness or despair, but more simple greetings and holiday blessings. Just like a friend. When we turned from lovers to friends, life suddenly became less quarrelsome. If we hadn't taken that step, we would be best friends now. Until that day, he came downstairs to my company. It's so cold. Why did you come here wearing so little? I wrapped myself in a thick down jacket and went downstairs. He was wearing the gray coat I bought for him in the winter snow, with one hand in his pocket and the other holding a red gift box. Why are you still wearing this? I was stunned. He just smiled and said, I'm used to wearing it and I'm too lazy to change. Here it is for you. 3 golds. I was surprised when I opened the box and immediately pushed it back. What are you giving me this for? I don't want it. My parents came to visit us in Beijing and prepared this for you. I was stunned for a moment. They don't know we broke up? He didn't speak. Didn't you tell them? Lu Xiuyuan sighed. How should I tell them? Isn't my mother holding on for breath just to see me get married and have children? I paused. Lu Xiuyuan's mother is seriously ill. Although I often quarrel with Lu Xiuyuan, my aunt and uncle always stand on my side. Especially when I met my parents for the first time, I learned that I lost my parents early, and my aunt treated me as her own daughter. He looked down at the gold bracelet on his hand. That was what my aunt bought me when she first met me. So, you want to use your uncle and aunt to force me to get back together with you, right? Lu Xiuyuan was stunned. No, I just haven't figured out how to say it yet. I won't force you. Take this back first and treat it as helping me to coax her, okay? No, we're done. I beg you. Lu Xiuyuan grabbed my arm, his eyes red. She doesn't have long left. Just trick her into leaving. I hesitated. Yen. I gritted my teeth. Okay, I'll give it back to you later. Lu Xiuyuan paused and nodded. Good. 11. Lu Xiuyuan only used me as an excuse for being busy at work. But it's impossible to hide the New Year holiday. Lu Xiuyuan picked me up. Opening the door, the familiar laughter burst into my ears. Really? Did Brother Yuan still do that when he was a child? Even I don't know, ha ha ha. Lin Sirwin smiled and fell into her aunt's arms, and the two of them raised their heads while talking and laughing. Ah, Brother Yuan, I've been waiting for you for a long time. Lin Sirwin jumped up and rushed into Lu Xiuyuan's arms. You didn't expect me to come to celebrate the New Year with you, right? Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Lu Xiuyuan glanced at me quickly and quickly pushed me away. What are you here for? The uncle smiled and said, This child, C1, hasn't been home for a long time. Your Uncle Lin asked me to bring her something, and we stayed to have dinner with her. What else Lu Xiuyuan wanted to say, Lin Sirwin was already eager to try. I'll come. I bought a lot of your favorite dishes. No, you go back. Lu Xiuyuan reached out to hold her, but Lin Sirwin had already ran to the kitchen. As expected, it's the Chinese New Year, and people are very energetic. I smiled softly. Lu Xiuyuan looked a little ugly. I'm sorry, I didn't expect her to come. Huh? It's okay. There are so many people, and it's so lively. I smiled at him and came to my aunt with the gift. 12. Hey, Yen, didn't you wear the ring Mom bought for you? Seeing my bare fingers, my aunt was stunned. Don't you like it? How about Mom take you out to choose now? I waved my hand hurriedly. No, it's too expensive. I don't want to part with it. She breathed a sigh of relief. What are you afraid of? It's just a small pre-wedding gift prepared by your parents. When you and Xiao Yuan get married, he'll have to buy you a better one. Wear it next time. I just smiled. Auntie held my hand with her thin hand. Yen, how about you advance the wedding date? Her thin body was sitting on the sofa. Although her eyes were cloudy due to illness, their brightness remained intact. Lu Xiuyuan spoke for me. When will it be changed? In half a month, okay? I was stunned. There was a tear in the corner of the aunt's eyes. The doctor said that my disease is not cured. If it's too late, I'm afraid I won't be able to see. Mom? My eyes widened. Yen, are you okay? Seeing the pleading look on her face, I changed my words and raised my eyes to look at Lu Xiuyuan. He also looked at me with some hope. Don't worry, although your mother and I regard you as our own child, the betrothal gift we should give you will not be less. Uncle spoke. Lu Xiuyuan nodded. It's not about the bride price, Dad, Mom, A cry of surprise came from the kitchen. I ran over in a hurry. Lin Sirwin fell to the ground. A small wound was cut on the pulp of his finger, and blood was pouring out. Wan. Lu Xiuyuan frowned and stepped forward to help him up. Lin Sirwin fell into his arms. I'm sorry, brother. I was trying to chop vegetables, but I accidentally cut my finger. I glanced at the pads of her fingers. The incision is straight, as if the blade of a knife is actively cutting on the fingertip. In the past, I would have exposed her, but now I just smiled. Let me get you a Band-Aid. Lin Sirwin's legs gave out, and he fell down. Almost at the same time, Lu Xiuyuan hurriedly picked him up. 13. I was stunned. Lin Sirwin grabbed his chest and breathed rapidly. Brother, I feel so uncomfortable. Take me to the hospital, please. Lu Xiuyuan paused and turned to look at me. Wan is bleeding. I nodded. Oh, then take him to the hospital. Lin Sirwin let out a painful cry and buried his face in Lu Xiuyuan's chest. It's so uncomfortable, Brother Yuan. At that moment, Lu Xiuyuan stiffened. Yen, this is just a special situation. I turned back. I know. Go quickly. Don't delay your condition. He paused. When he passed me, he lowered his eyes and looked at me. Then I'll leave it to you. I leaned over and picked up the kitchen knife and nodded. You don't want. I know I won't say it. He looked at me deeply again, hugged Lin Sirwin, and strode away. I came to the living room and smiled at my uncle and aunt. Sir Wan is injured. I will come to cook today, so you can just wait and see. After saying that, I turned around and closed the kitchen door without giving the two of them a chance to ask about my wedding date. 14. That night, Lu Xiuyuan did not come back. I sat on the sofa with my second wife and heard the first bell of the new year. Auntie turned to look at me. Yan Yan, will you get married this year? I hugged my knees and looked at the fireworks outside the window. Put the phone aside. The above is what Lin Siruan just posted on Weibo. The accompanying picture is a photo of Lu Xiuyuan patiently putting a band-aid on her finger with the text, "The first bell of the new year belongs only to each other." I smiled at my aunt, and the fireworks reflected a warm yellow color on my cheeks. Okay. 15. The day I went back to start work, Lu Xiuyuan came back. My aunt had difficulty with her legs and feet, so I asked Lu Xiuyuan to send me off. Sitting in the passenger seat, he kept looking at me through the mirror. I raised my eyes. What's wrong? Keep looking at me. Mom said you agreed to get married. Oh, I held my head and looked at the scenery outside the window. Lied to her. Lu Xiuyuan tightened his grip on the steering wheel. I secretly put the 3 gold coins under the bed. Remember to take them when you go back. The car was parked downstairs of the company, and he leaned back on the chair as if without any strength, and his voice sounded as if all his strength had been drained. What do I have to do to forgive me? Why forgive? I laughed. I said it before, you and I are both right. It's just that the personality is inappropriate. He looked at me with red eyes. Are you angry that I didn't accompany you on New Year's Eve? I didn't expect that Wan went to the hospital and was diagnosed with other inflammations, which need to be treated in time. So I said, you and I are both right. I nodded. It's understandable that you think Qingmei needs your help, but I'm not someone who can empathize with you and understand you from your point of view. I'm just a person who can't stand my boyfriend spending time with other women. For 5 years, we tried to change, but without success. Even if there is really a little hope, what happened on New Year's Eve has proved that this hope does not exist. I smiled and shook my head. So, just be friends, it's good. Yan Yan. He came closer to me, and I interrupted him. I'm getting a promotion. He froze. I smiled at him. In the future, my annual salary will be over 1 million. I plan to just focus on work in the next few years. Congratulate me. The ends of his eyes turned redder, and his breathing was trembling. The outstretched hand was slowly retracted. Congratulations. Thanks. I opened the car door. Actually, I think Lin Siruan is okay. Although I don't like her, I am sincere to you. If you really marry her, you can invite me, and I will prepare a big red envelope for you. Stop talking. He was weak. I paused. Smiled softly. Then goodbye. 16. For a long time, Lu Xiuyuan did not contact me. When he contacted me again, I thought it was to announce the good news between him and Lin Siruan. All that can be heard is his slightly hoarse voice. I'm leaving. Why don't you come and see me? I was stunned. Where are you? Downstairs of the company. He was still wearing the same gray coat. I smiled and joked. It's not long since the new year. Isn't it cold in this outfit? His eyes were a little green, and he smiled lightly. Fine. I wrapped my down jacket tightly. Where are you going? Shanghai Stock Exchange. I was stunned. Why? If you continue to do your current job, it's possible to earn tens of millions per year in a few years. He shook his head. I don't want to stay anymore. Why? He looked at me deeply. It's not like you don't know. I was stunned, lowered my head and sighed. I think it's better for you to think about it carefully. He laughed. Then do you want me to stay? I was stunned for a moment. Huh? There was a hint of hope in his eyes when he looked at me. I will stay if you ask me to. I laughed out loud. You misunderstood. I asked you to think about it because I didn't want you to give up an excellent job opportunity because of me. I don't want you to go to the Shanghai Stock Exchange. If something goes wrong at work, you'll blame me for delaying your bright future. His smile was a little bitter, and he shook his head. No, it has nothing to do with you. I want to take my parents back to my hometown. My mother, when I go back, I can spend more time with her. I nodded. As long as you think about it clearly, I wish you all the best in the future. After saying that, he turned around and left. Yan Yan, do you want to see me off when you leave? I didn't even look back. I won't send it. Are you really not going to give it away? No, I'm busy. A self-deprecating laugh came from behind. 17. The day Lu Xiuyuan left, I watched him walk to the boarding gate. As if he felt something, he turned back sharply. Then he walked towards me quickly. Surprise flashed across his face. Why are you here? Didn't you say you couldn't come? I put my hands in my pockets. After all, we have been friends for many years. It doesn't matter if we give it away. This is for you. I stuffed a big red envelope into his gray coat pocket. I have saved up for many years to buy something for my uncle and aunt. He grabbed my hand and blocked the pocket. I've been sorry to you for so many years. How can I still ask for your money? Not for you. I patted his hand angrily. In the past 5 years, the 2 elders have taken care of me a lot. I am grateful to them all my life. Although the 2 of us are over, I will always remember them. I will definitely help wherever I can. I choked up. I asked the doctor about my aunt's illness. Anyway, let's try again. There are doctors I know in Shanghai. If you need my help, I will spare no effort. At the mention of aunt, Lu Xiuyuan's eyes turned redder. Holding the red envelope in his hand, his voice was slightly nasal. The two men were relatively speechless. I put my hand in my pocket and held my phone. You had a quarrel with Lynn Sirwin? He paused. I broke up with her. No wonder. I took out my cell phone. She called me 800 times a day, and she sent me messages one after another, saying she was going to die if I didn't give you back to her. Lu Xiaoyuan smiled helplessly. She won't, even if she really does. A trace of despair flashed through his eyes. Then what does that have to do with me? The two of us shouldn't be so careless in the first place. I was stunned for a moment, and then laughed. Is this a confession? He looked at me with a smile and nodded. But it's late, right? I nodded. There seemed to be tears flashing in his eyes. I glanced at the timetable and pushed him. It's time. Go quickly. Can you give me a hug? Not good. I laughed. Come on, don't make trouble. No trouble, just give me a hug, okay? His tone was full of caution and countless hopes and expectations. My eyes met his, and at that moment, countless pains and hopes seemed to flow into my heart along his eyes. My eyes felt a little sour for some reason. I smiled and pushed him harder. Don't be like this. Go away quickly. If you do this again, I'm afraid that I... What are you afraid of? His eyes were red. Took a step closer to me. Open your arms, like you have done countless times in the past, and you are about to embrace me. I even smelled his faint fragrance on the tip of my nose. By some strange coincidence, I also raised my hand. The moment he was about to touch me, he suddenly turned around and strode away. Yan Yan! There was a shout from behind. I quickened my pace, getting faster and faster, and finally left at a trot. Walking out of the airport, the plane took off behind you. I touched the corners of my eyes. A little moist. We didn't hear from each other for a long time after that. 18. After my aunt passed away, I visited her grave alone. Standing in front of the tombstone, I subconsciously wanted to turn around. Turning around, there was nothing there. When I was leaving, a familiar car parked not far behind my car. I turned around and saw a familiar figure standing there. He was wearing a familiar gray coat, facing me from the side, and seemed to be looking in the direction of the tombstone. I rubbed my eyes. Finally, he got back in his car and left. After returning home, the contact whom I had not heard from for a long time sent a message. You're here. He didn't reply. When I was packing my clothes, I suddenly found a note in my pocket. I don't remember when it was put in. The ink on it has long since spread, and the original appearance cannot be clearly seen. Maybe it was a memo I wrote before. I threw the paper ball into the trash can. Nowadays, work is getting busier and busier. In the future, it is better to leave things like memos to the secretary. 19. Lu Xiaoyuan's perspective. The day she came to see her mother, I was right behind her. But I think she doesn't want to see me. I never thought I could be so timid. In the end, he only dared to look at her quietly from a distance away before she left. Lynn Sirwin and I were completely disconnected. But I didn't dare tell her. As if I still have any intentions for her. Lynn Sirwin really committed suicide. In the past, it was just talk. But since I literally ignored her, she did. The doctor said that her original intention was just to scare me, but she didn't know the right amount. I will have to spend the rest of my life in a wheelchair. In the past, I would have chosen to take care of her. But after learning the news, I didn't even want to take a look at her. I always thought the sense of proportion was a product of hypocrisy. But at that moment, I truly felt that this is what a significant other should have. What can I do now that I know? When I asked that question at the airport, didn't she also nod? It's too late. In fact, that day at the airport, I secretly put a note in her pocket. That was what the staff asked me to write to her when she and I went to the last movie that day. It was supposed to be at the end of the film, like the protagonist in the movie handing the note to his sweetheart. Unfortunately, I took the initiative to miss her that day. Maybe she saw it. Or maybe it was lost. She often loses everything. But I can never say that sentence in my life. I love you, Yan Yan.